everybody and welcome to Tech and Wire, and I hope that you have liked the new introduction that's there recorded and added in this video. And today we are going to cover one of the events in Nagpur. This event is for Photo and Video Fair. And this video fair was one of the biggest events of the year for all the photography and videography lovers. And we had different kinds of models, different brands with their latest and the best camera offerings, their lenses, and a lot of things were inside. And the icing on top was the model with those fashion shows. It was a remarkable event which I really enjoyed. So let's dive in. So the first booth that I visited was the Sony booth. Once I entered into the area, I saw that there were a couple of models who were seated besides this beautiful, lovely background with different kinds of flowers. And the models were very gorgeous, and also the cameras. The cameras were the main attraction for everybody. And I took time to find out one of the R7 Mark V bodies, which was the only body that I could see and find in India to get a hands-on review or a first-hand look at the body. It was an amazing body. What a gorgeous thing it was. I just loved the look and feel of the body, and I also loved and enjoyed how people were using it. It had such amazing autofocus, some kind of thing that can only be felt and seen. I was lucky enough to get my hands on one of the bodies, and I could see and use the tilt and swivel screen. It was such a lovely experience. This screen is one of the most brilliant things that Sony has designed in its body. If I get the A7R5, it's only going to be because of the screen and the autofocus that it has. Such a lovely thing. And boy, I have seen most of the reviewers doing the A7R5 review, and I could see that this body that the A7R5 has is pretty tiny as compared to my older DSLR, the D7200. This is just a small kid. It's compact, it's lightweight, and it has got a punch, Yes, the models were absolutely gorgeous, and they were very, very humble to let you take their pics and photographs from the camera bodies. I could quickly learn the camera tricks in a few moments with the camera. The different types of autofocus systems and different types of things that are there, the menus, the ports that are available, the headphone jacks and other things, which are, by the way, non-obstructive with the A7R5's beautiful screen design. Here you go, you can see that I was using the latest new lens that was there with the A7 Mark V, the 1.4 G Master. Fantastic is all I could say about the experience of my handling with the A7R5. Those menus, the different kind of options that it has is just absolutely fantastic. Well, it was time to leave the Sony booth and go to the next one. It was the Nikon booth. In the Nikon booth, I could see that there were a couple of new camera bodies, the latest ones that they had, and a couple of Z-mount lenses. There were people who were doing all sorts of mentoring to the new customers, the new clients that are visiting their booth. And it was all like a beautiful show wherein again we had those crazy beautiful models but I wasn't interested in the camera bodies that Nikon had, so I moved on to the next booth that was for Fujifilm, one of my favorite camera brands now. There it is, my favorite camera, the X-T5 with its 40.2 megapixel sensor and a gorgeous retro design with all those dials and everything that's there. The Fujifilm representative was humble enough towards me and he explained me a couple of autofocus modes that were there inside the camera. The eye tracking for the subjects was working brilliantly. I took a couple of photographs and I also revisited the tilt and swivel screen where you can flip the screen out in certain angles and you can tilt it up and down just like the XT3. And also I saw the XT30, which was so compact it could be in my hand, and it's an interchangeable lens camera. It's just amazing to see that such small bodies exist today, and those mirrorless bodies are really fun to use. I saw a couple of Instax as well in there, which were also superb designs. And I moved on to the Panasonic booth, and boy, I was wondering whether I would be able to see some of the micro four thirds bodies that I haven't seen in India yet. And I was also thinking whether I would be able to see the much anticipated and hyped the S5 Mark II. And it was really a dream come true. I could find the S5 Mark II attached to the tripod over there, and people were shooting these beautiful models, and the design of the body, the design of GH6 body, the lenses, the tiny lenses with micro four thirds and the L mount lenses were absolutely a treat to watch. I was just amazed and thrilled on how this S5 Mark II is working so flawlessly with the autofocus on the people, the model's face and the eyes. Even if there are people who are moving here and there in front of the model, still the autofocus sticks with the model. And I could see that this also works and shows you the absolute colors on the screen that was being projected over there, right there. Yeah, the S5 Mark II is really a worthy upgrade in the Panasonic lineup, and it is one of the best cameras that money can buy today. In India, it was priced around 2 lakh and 5,000 for the body with the 20 to 60 mm lens. And the GH6 was one of the other Panasonic bodies that was brilliant to view, see and experience. With the tilt and swivel screen, the joystick, the buttons placed in the right direction, it was just fantastic. And the next was the Canon booth. I was really eager to view and get my hands on the glorious R5. There it was. Fantastic body design, but it was just like a DSLR body, and I wasn't really thrilled to see it because I couldn't distinguish it from the other Canon bodies. It just felt like it was there and it was Canon. That's all it was. Canon booth was basically a no-show. We had just a couple of bodies like R10 and the R5. There were no lenses over there, and besides, the people and customer were not attracted to their booth. Oh, and the bodies are super expensive, 3.5 lakh plus in India. That's in Indian rupees. And time was nearing to the end of the show and my trip to the fair. There were some honorary mentions and thanks to the video photo trade fair people who arranged them, followed by the gorgeous fashion show. Well, with that, we had to end the show and the trade fair trip for me. But being back into the city, I was amazed with the art that people were developing for the G20 upcoming summit in India. People were just there who were artists all over the place, drawing those murals and beautiful art on the streets in Nagpur, beautifying the entire city. You can see those murals, painted walls all over the city with those gorgeous colors, and they're just looking so much better. I really want to thank the government of Maharashtra and the mayor of Nagpur city for just taking this initiative to support Nagpur with such beautiful and lovely artists and their creations. It is such a piece of art that's so soothing to the eye. Please keep this up. Finally, I would like to say a very thank you for all the people who have watched till now. And if you like my work, if you like the event coverage, and if you like the reviews, I would like you to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. This will keep me adding more content to my channel, and it will really help me to get motivated. Thank you. Thanks a ton.